All right, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. So today we're going to be diving back into sound design. This time we're going to talk about how we're going to reframe groove and how groove comes from silence. So our focus this week is on Alix Perez, and we're going to be using that theme throughout our live streams for this week. So up until now, we've talked about systems, we've talked about subs, we've talked about movement, and today is where um, most producers actually break their groove, because groove is not created by what you add, it's created by what you leave out. So understanding Perez's style is understanding it on a deeper level. So he understands it on in a way better than most people. So, or better than anyone else that we could say. So we're gonna use that to influence and give us some inspiration to create some sounds. So here's what most people do. They get a bass working and they add more notes because they're afraid of space. So you want to have some space, and you because they think if they stop, it's gonna get boring. But what actually happens is your groove actually disappears. So today we're proving that silence is rhythmic, and it creates some movement by itself by having silence in your tracks. So for contextual listening, you can listen to Elastic Soul. And that's a great song to listen to, and listen to what's happening and where the moments are. When the bass drops out, when the kicks hit alone, how the groove breathes, and the space actually makes it drop harder. So we're gonna open up Reaktor, and we're gonna remove, not add. We're gonna use the same patch. Um, no changes, and I've opened up a step sequencer here so that we can have that groove built in. So instead of adding notes, we're gonna maybe remove notes and see what happens. We can delete every other hit. We can shorten the length of notes. We can leave intentional gaps, and the groove immediately becomes clear. So let's turn that on. So I've got a 8-step sequencer running this. I'm liking the way it sounds. We can take out notes. We get a groove. I like this the most. Can shorten our glide. Increase it. I like it short. Decrease our steps. We'll increase our offset. So let's set this to Ableton's external clock. Add in our metronome. Hit play. Maybe we can add some chords to this. So we can use this call and response with our drums and how the kicks hit. So let's do an example of that. Let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and print some of this audio to audio. So let's go track 36. Let's record. Why does that not work? Oh, wrong track. Let's do it again. Okay, we got enough to loop it. Let's put in a kick. See how that can work off it. Need some percussion first, I think. Let me fix this. Let's add a little more space to our bass sound. Try it again. So finally got our audio. Took a little work. Let's see. Okay. So we're just trying to see how that kick and that bass responds when silence follows. Let's see. I was trying to make our own. You want to listen. So here's a test you should steal. You want to mute your bass. You want to mute your bass for about a half a bar before the drop section, then bring it back. The absence is what creates impact in your music, not louder sounds. So this is why Alix Perez's drops feel heavy without being busy. And the hard truth is silence feels risky when creating basses, especially on live stream. But professionals or pro sound designers or pro producers, they trust space, because if the groove falls apart when you remove notes, it wasn't a groove yet. So hopefully that was your takeaway from today while experimenting with groove. And just remember, if you don't remember anything else, groove is the space between notes. And if you want your bass to hit harder, remove notes, shorten tails, and let silence do the work. Tomorrow we're taking everything we built and we're gonna finish it into a musical section. And that's where this sound design session becomes music. I'll see you tomorrow in the next live stream. Peace out. Keep sound designing. Let me know what you want to see in the next live stream. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.